This next Bitcoin move is going to be absolutely massive, and we need to be keeping our eyes on this exact area because what happens here will determine whether or not we go straight Michael Saylor or now, Bitcoin is up over 10% on the week, getting a very significant move to the upside over the weekend, finding resistance right at the level we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at $28,300, which is how we got into this juicy short setup. However, what happens right here is going to be very, very important because we have the debt ceiling debacle that is going on, which is definitely going to affect the markets. We have CME gaps below us and above us, and Bitcoin loves to wreck as many traders as possible. So we're going to be breaking down these charts, talking about what is most probable, as well as the trade setups that I am looking to take next. So make sure to stick around till the end, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell for notifications because we are bringing you the most timely and the juiciest Bitcoin updates here on the good old YouTube machine. As the Bitcoin price continues to range between the $25,000 and $30,000 level, there are two very important levels that we need to be aware of because what happens here will determine what happens with the Bitcoin price in the coming weeks. Now, first of all, for context, we have come up to our $30,000 level, printing the very bearish divergence on Market Cipher B, right? As the price was getting higher and higher, the momentum waves on Market Cipher B were getting lower, strangely resembling the eyebrows of Elizabeth Warren. Very bearish pattern. When the eyebrows get lower, the price gets higher. That can be very, very bearish, which is why we gave the short setup in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. This swing short setup, I am currently still holding right now. By the way, if you want to join the Casper Crew, where every single day we give our trade setups, we give our levels, we give 3 live streams every single weekday walking through the live price action, looking for live trades. You can go to jasoncaspertrading.com, go ahead and click the link to join the community. It's not a signals group, guys, but I guarantee you will learn a lot. Also, if you want to learn how to trade this way, guys, 25% discount on both courses. Link in the description. And if you want some great deals on trading fees, longing and shorting Bitcoin and a whole bunch of altcoins, check out MEXC, my new favorite exchange, up to a $9,000 deposit bonus. 0% limit order fees, 33% off market order fees, basically giving you a 0.01% fee. It's great for scalping, guys, but please only sign up if you know how to trade. Because if you don't know how to trade and you sign up and you think you're going to make a lot of money, well, your whole life will absolutely fall apart, trust me. So what is going on? As we came down to the low of the range, we did something called a swing failure pattern. When we came down to the very important level of 26,477, the previous low that we put in right here back at the end of March, we were saying if we close a daily candle below this level, we will officially confirm a lower low on a high term time frame, which gives us officially now bearish market structure. However, what happened? Did we close the candle below? No. In fact, we got a very bullish bounce. We closed the candle back inside of the value area, and when we came back down for a retest, we actually put in a higher low and are now making a higher high locally. So what does this mean? This means as traders, we need to be patient right now and wait for Bitcoin to make its next move so that we know what our next trade setup is going to be. Now, here is something that we need to be aware of, a potential very, very bullish scenario. Whenever we have a big move over a weekend, when the markets are closed, Bitcoin loves to give back that move. Now, over the weekend, we did get a very significant move to the upside of about 5%. What this means is that we could very easily give back 5%, wrecking everybody who longed over the weekend before actually continuing in what now is going to be bullish market structure back to the top of the range around that $29,000, $30,000 level. So here's what we really need to be aware of. When we are looking for a long trade, one of the things we want to look for is, has the price actually started to form bullish market structure locally? And the way we can determine that is ask ourselves, is price making higher highs and higher lows? Well, if we take a look at the very bullish bounce that we got back here on the 12th of May, we can see that from this point, Bitcoin made a high, it made a higher low, and has now made a higher high, taking out not only this local high, but the last lower high we made on the way down. So this right now is actually looking like we are being primed for a juicy bounce if we get a big move to the downside, giving back all the gains we got over the weekend. And if we take a look at this, the CME futures gap, we can see that on Friday, the Bitcoin futures market closed at around $26,900. What do I mean by a CME futures gap? The futures market for Bitcoin closes on Friday, and in this case, opened up on Tuesday because we had a 3-day weekend, which means if you look at the futures chart, we have a candle right here, and then we don't have another candle open until right here, giving us this very large gap that can be filled. And we can see that if we come down to fill this gap, we will absolutely be making a higher low locally on Bitcoin, which could potentially give us a little bit of a bounce. In addition to this being a CME gap, if we take a look at our Fibonacci golden pocket from the last low we put in to the high, we can see that the golden pocket is also coming in right around that same level. This CME gap is pretty much the Fibonacci golden pocket. In addition to that, we can see that the value area low of the macro range is coming in right around this level as well, which essentially means if we are going to give back everything that we got over the weekend, we could have a potential long setup on our hands where we are actually looking to get in at a higher low and ride this back up to the top of the range. Now, what would we want to see on the chart if we are going to be taking a potential long trade here? Well, what I want to see is I want to see something called a bullish divergence. A bullish divergence is where the price is making lower lows, but the momentum waves on market Cipher B are making higher lows, something like this, strangely resembling Sam Bankman-Fried's crooked man boobs. We could see over here for some reason the left man boob, lots of fat tissue, a little bit more gynecomastia on the left side, and the right side very skinny, almost looks like a normal man's chest. But look at the momentum waves. These strange piercings he has are actually getting higher as the price is getting lower. And we see the nipples are printing green dots over here on market Cipher B. So if we come down to this zone and we're seeing the bullish divergences, this could absolutely tell us that yes, we are in fact going to get a bounce from this level. And if we do, then we could say this was a very bullish bottom that we got over here on the 12th of May because we failed to close the candle below the previous low, giving us a very bullish swing failure pattern. We have now flipped into bullish market structure, making higher highs and higher lows, and we're getting bullish divergences as we come back down to key support. And the target, of course, would be back to the high of the range. Now, overall, I'm still more bearish than I am bullish, and there's a number of reasons for that. Now, here's something else we need to keep in mind. A lot of people are noticing that we're forming somewhat of a falling wedge pattern, a very bullish pattern with the target up here at about $33,000. Why is this so important? Because $33,000 is a major zone of resistance for Bitcoin, which actually is a very bullish target if we're going to get another move to the upside. So if a lot of people are getting very bullish as we are starting to reclaim $30,000, as we start to break out of this key horizontal zone of resistance, look at what's happening on the chart. We are coming right into the zone between the Fibonacci golden pocket and the 786. Now, if I was a big player in the market, if I was a whale and I wanted to fill a big short order, I would need retail traders to be getting very, very bullish. I would need lots of retail traders to be FOMOing long, thinking we're breaking out of a pattern going to $33,000. Meanwhile, me as the whale, I am filling up my big short order. And how many times have we seen patterns fake out to the upside only to get a reversal? So if we come up to this area and we start to break out that $30,000 level, now we need to be looking for bearish divergences on some of these medium-term timeframes, like the 4-hour. Now, notice this. If we get our move down to fill the CME gap, and then we get our move up to come to the top of the range around that $30,000 level, the 4-hour market Cipher B is going to be looking like this, right? Like Elizabeth Warren's eyebrows, getting lower as the price is getting higher. In which case, I would actually look to short Bitcoin from this area, coming down to retest the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern right here before potentially actually getting our bounce to that $33,000 level. And we've seen this happen so many times for Bitcoin, where we're forming some kind of a bullish pattern, we get the fake out to the downside, and then we get the real breakout. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Bitcoin loves to wreck as many people as possible. All right, y'all, that is it for today's video. May you all be very blessed in the name of Yeshua, Jesus, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious at all, I still pray you and your family are super blessed, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.